The court also found that the former managing agent of Aljunied-Hougang Town Council, in breach of fiduciary duties, dishonest assistance and knowingly receiving contracts. There was conflict of interest because FM Solutions and Services and its owners held key roles in the Town Council.
Now, this means Hao Wing Fan and Danny Low could approve payments to their own company with no safeguards in place. And as a result, the Town Council was exposed to the risk of making improper or excessive payments. Mr. Low died in 2016. Gwyneth Teo with more.
In his judgment, Justice Ramesh found it was clear Ms. Hao Wing Fan, Mr. Danny Low and FMSS dishonestly assisted in Mr. Lau Tia Kiang and Ms. Sylvia Lim's breach of fiduciary duties in the appointment of FMSS. He said Hao was intimately involved throughout the process of appointing FMSS and subsequently in her role as Deputy Secretary and General Manager of AHTC. He added that Low's involvement at the beginning may be less clear. However, Low was responsible for setting up the company at the same time that Mr. Lau was planning to replace the incumbent managing agent, CPG, with one that he trusted. Meanwhile, Justice Ramesh said while there was nothing inherently wrong with Hao and Low acting as General Manager and Secretary of the Town Council, they did owe the Town Council and residents single-minded loyalty as high-ranking employees. This means they had a duty not to profit from their positions. But the judge found them in breach of duties of skill and care in the payments that were made to FMSS. In their report, independent auditing firm KPMG described the lack of controls as serious conflicts of interest, exposing public funds to the risk of improper use. Justice Ramesh said that in the absence of safeguards, this created the risk of payment for work that didn't deserve it. Namely, he found that there were systemic control failures where any verification or work done for payment would be certified by Hao and Low themselves instead of independent parties. And indeed, proper verification was also not performed. He noted that Ms. Sylvia Lim and Mr. Lau Tia Kiang also acted as counter-signatories to monitor the managing agent's general work performance. But he added that didn't translate to sufficient safeguards. This oversight contributed to payments of $33 million to FMSS and third-party vendors. However, Justice Ramesh said the burden is on the Town Council's lawyers to prove that the loss suffered is equal to this amount.